Another big weekend in the Championship coming up, and it's time for me to give my Magic 3 predictions for another weekend in the Championship. So many big games on Magic 3, including the South Wales Derby, all to predict next. And hopefully you guys are all going to enjoy. If you do, drop a like and subscribe. Let me know your comments and predictions in the comment section down below. And of course, when you do comment your predictions, I'll add you to the Prediction League, which gets updated on the community tab after every match week. Right then, it's time to start predicting Match Week 3 of the Championship. Let's begin on the Friday night game between Sheffield Wednesday and Leeds United. Sheffield Wednesday, what a start to the season for them. Been involved in two 4-0 games, one at home when they won 4-0 against Plymouth, and away last time to Sunderland to get battered 4-0. Quite the contrast, of course, against Leeds, who last time drew 0-0 to Westbrom, and the game before that, of course, drew 3-3 with Portsmouth. So still undefeated this season, but only draws at the moment. And I can see that trend continuing here. A 0-0 draw in this one. Nothing to separate the two sides. Moving on, we go to Ashton Gate for Bristol City versus Coventry. In this fixture, just, what was it, a week ago now, of course, it ended Bristol City 0, Coventry 1. Since that point, of course, we had the most recent round of fixtures where it ended Bristol City 4, Millwall 3, getting their first win of the season at Ashton Gate, while, of course, Coventry at home last time got an emphatic 3-2 win over Oxford. What a game that was. In this game, I can see both sides scoring, but Coventry just about to get themselves over the line yet again away at Ashton Gate, winning this one 2-1. Off to Hull now, and it's Hull hosting Millwall. Hull, of course, 2 games, 2 draws, both 1-1s. For Millwall, they've scored 5 goals and still not picked up a single point in this season. In this one, I think that changes. Hull haven't been impressing me so far this season. I've still got ages in the transfer window to go. They do need still a few more players. They are starting to bring a few in now. For Millwall, though, defensively, they need to make a few acquisitions and sort themselves out defensively. In this one, Hull 1, Millwall 2. They get off the mark in this one. Off to Loftus Road now for QPR versus Plymouth. Now, this is a big time for QPR because they've just come off the back of a great draw against Sheffield United after going ahead in the opening day against West Brom and losing that one 3-1. In this game, it will be a big game for both sides. Of course, Plymouth just got their first point of the campaign. Much better against Hull. In this one, I'll go QPR for the win. A comfortable win. 3-0 at home. Moving on to Ewood Park, and the visitors are Oxford. Two sides that really have surprised me so far this season, albeit, we've only played 2 games though, so a long way to go yet in the Championship season. For these two sides though, both having good starts to the season. Oxford, 96th minute pain for them as they, of course, just missed out on getting a point away at Coventry, which would have been a great result. Nevertheless, we had a great game to watch there. For Blackburn, of course, a win and a draw for them this season as well. Latest one of them coming a draw away at Carrow Road last time out. In this one, I could see it going either way, maybe even a draw, but I changed it last minute to a home win for Blackburn, 2-1 at Ewood Park. Off to the Riverside for Middlesbrough versus Portsmouth. Portsmouth, of course, 2 games, 2 points so far, and couldn't quite take advantage of the Luton red cards last weekend. In this one, Middlesbrough, who just lost to Derby, of course, away from home, been involved in 2 1-0 games so far this season, beating Swansea on the opening day 1-0 at home and losing 1-0 against Derby last weekend, of course. So you do feel like maybe another 1-0 in this one. But Portsmouth, they'll go into this one with a belief because, of course, they were in the top 2 with Derby last season. And Derby beat them, of course, last weekend. So Portsmouth will have their confidence up for this one, given the last result for Middlesbrough. But in this one, I have just gone for Borough to get another home win. 1-0 at the Riverside for them. Moving on to Norwich versus Sheffield United. Norwich, of course, the defensive issues continue to arise against Blackburn. It should have been the 3 points. In the end, though, only the 1 point. Against Sheffield United, who, we could say the same for them. Really good start against QPR, but just couldn't see the game out, and really poor, actually, against 10 men to end up, only settling for the point in the end. Against Norwich, though, I do feel like this would have been a big game if it was to be played later down the season, because Norwich at the moment just seem very unsettled. A lot going on with the likes of Johnny Rowe. New managers just come in, and he has to have a few more weeks yet before we can really judge him. In this one, I'll go Norwich 1, Sheffield United 3. Off to Deepdale for Preston North End versus Luton Town, and Preston have a new man in charge for the third time this season. Match week 3, we're saying that, of course. Paul Heckingbottom now, the Preston North End manager. Not too sure his time's going to go there. Of course, he's had success previously in the playoffs with Sheffield United. But this will be a big test for him at a club where, of course, there's not as much finances available to him. But, of course, still got the transfer window open to make a few signings if he wishes at Preston. Against Luton in this one, who got their first point of the new season last time out away at Fratton Park. In this one, going to be a really close game, but I've gone for Luton to get their first win of the season. And yeah, troubling times for Preston, but I do think now they'll start to pick it up as the season goes on. But 2-1 Luton in this one. Off to Stoke, and they host West Brom in this one. West Brom, of course, 2 games against tricky opponents and unbeaten, 4 points from 2. As for, of course, Stoke, 1 win, 1 defeat. Last time out, it wasn't good at all, was it? Away at Watford. In this one, I see West Brom scoring quite a few away at Stoke and winning this one 3-0. Moving on, we go to the Stadium of Light, and they host, of course, Burnley. This is one of the biggest games of the weekend. I'm really looking forward to this one. 2 sides with 100% records in the league at the moment and currently occupying the top 2 positions in the Championship, albeit very early days though. But no, this is a really good game set out to be already in the season. Of course, Sunderland beat Cardiff on the opening day and just smashed Sheffield Wednesday. As for Burnley, already scored 9 goals in the opening 2 games, 4 against Luton, 5 against Cardiff as well. So in this one, it's hard to look past Burnley with how many goals they're scoring and the quality in their squad, albeit they are being linked with quite a lot of players being linked away from the club in the next few weeks left of the transfer window, of course. In this one, I get Sunderland to score, but Burnley to win. 3-1 Burnley in this one. Watford versus Derby is going to be one really tricky game to predict. Of course, Watford also with a 100% record in the Championship this season, just about scoring 3 goals a game at the moment as well, which is really promising. As for Derby, of course, getting himself off the mark last time out with a 1-0 win against Middlesbrough. Really good at home, of course. However, Watford just come off the back of a 3-0 home win against Stoke. In this one, really tricky to predict, really close game. I could see it going either way, but I've just gone for Watford. At the moment, their confidence is up there, but Derby, after a home win, their confidence is going to be up as well. So wouldn't be too surprised with a draw in this one. I've just gone for Watford. And moving on to the Sunday, we've got the South Wales derby. Swansea versus Cardiff. There will be a matchday vlog for this one. Unless somehow Swans lose and the footage corrupts. That would be very coincidental, wouldn't it? No, but this is a big game. It always is in the South Wales derby. You do not want to lose them. Recent times, Swans have got the better of Cardiff, especially at home, of course, but I don't want to be jinxing anything at the moment. But I am somewhat confident due to Cardiff's start. They'll be looking to, of course, get a result now. They have to on match week 3. They'll only be leaving it to match week 4 to get themselves off the mark. But as for Swansea, a really good win against Preston. And, you know, we controlled it really well, scored some really nice goals. The movement of the likes of Popnik for that goal was so good. Yeon Ji-sung and Ronaldo on the wings are trouble, and Cardiff going to have a nightmare defending them on Sunday, which is going to be great for us Swans fans to see. In this one, I've got to bet the Swans. You know, don't think for 1 second I'm not backing us to win. 2-0 Swans in this one, just like it was in March. Honestly, that was the best day of my life. Us winning that one, being at the stadium for the South Wales derby, first time ever for me. Hoping we can do it all again because that was so special, and what a time it would be to do it again. I don't ever remember playing Cardiff this early in a season. It was absolutely wild, but 3 games in, here it is. I'd love nothing more for the Swans to absolutely batter them, but realistically, I'm going 2-0. They'll come out trying to get a result in this one because it really would kickstart their season, wouldn't it? But no, going for the Swans, of course I am. And come on the Swans, we're going to win this one. I really hope so. We really do need to. Every derby is a must-win derby and a must-win game. Luke Williams will get the players up for it. And I really hope that we can just put on a great show, just like last season, and play our way and win the game, most importantly. Come on the Swans. Well then guys, they are my predictions. So match week 3 in the Championship. The weeks are going by so quickly at the moment. But of course, we are so glad to have football back with our clubs again at the start of a new season. Thank you everyone for watching. If you have enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe as always. Be sure to comment your predictions for all 12 games down below. And if you are new, I'll add you to the prediction league, which gets updated on the community tab after every match week. If you want another video to watch, I've summed up match week 2 and a match week 2 roundup on the channel as well. So be sure to check that video out. And I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care, stay safe, see you soon. Goodbye.